Aaliyah Henderson is now facing counts of aggravated murder and 6 counts of kidnapping, among other charges. She's accused of killing her 2 girls and burying them in suitcases on Cleveland's east side. She is currently being held on a $2 million bond. She'll be arraigned in Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court.
Mother buried her own daughters in suitcases.
I just want to see. Can you flash your light on? I just want to see if there's any blood or anything on it. No? Yeah. You on? It's attached, it's just like folding the fetal position.
Aaliyah Henderson case. On the evening of March 2nd, 2026, a man named Philip Donaldson was walking his dog through a field in Cleveland, Ohio, but his dog stopped and wouldn't move. She had been sniffing the same mound of dirt for a week, stopping every time, lingering just a little too long. That evening, Donaldson finally decided to see what it was. He pulled up a partially buried suitcase, unzipped it, and saw a head. He dropped it, called 911, and within hours, the entire city of Cleveland would be in shock. Officers arrived to find one suitcase partially buried near Saranac Playground, just steps away from Ginn Academy, a school. The suitcase was heavy. It stank, and it had been sitting there in plain sight for nearly a week. As the first officer waited for backup, he began scanning the tree line. That's when they found it, a second suitcase, buried 25 feet away from the first.
I always walk her over across the street, and she stopped. It was like a pile of dirt, and she stopped sniffing, and I usually just walk, and she catch up with me. And she was taking too long, so I went back and looked, and it was a suitcase that was like half buried. And I pulled it up and looked in it. It was a head, somebody's head in it, and I immediately called the police.
Cleveland police have now charged a 28-year-old mother with 2 counts of aggravated murder in the deaths of 2 little girls found in suitcases.
That was really a tense scenario inside that courtroom just a few hours ago. 6 deputies surrounded Aaliyah Henderson as she stood there emotionless as prosecutors accused her of killing her 2 young daughters.
The bodies were badly decomposed. The 2 bodies in those suitcases were children. One was 10 years old. Her name was Amore Wilson. The other was 8 years old. Her name was Mila Chapman, and the woman who put them there was their own mother. Using surveillance footage, witness interviews, and a search warrant executed at a nearby home, investigators zeroed in on 28-year-old Aaliyah Henderson, who had been living just across the street from where her daughters' bodies were buried. She was arrested on March 4th, 2026, charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder. Bond was set at $2 million, $1 million for each child. At her first court appearance, the prosecutor laid out the charges in a single sentence that silenced the courtroom.
Inside of a suitcase. The officers immediately began their investigation as they canvassed the area for any potential evidence on scene. The officers located what appeared to be a second shallow grave, and they could tell that there was a second suitcase in that location. At this time, that the individuals are 2 juvenile black females. The one individual is suspected to be anywhere between 13. The second is estimated to be of the age of 10.5 to 14. You know, locally we have no reports of any missing children that match these identifications. We also have the assistance from our federal, state, and local partners. This is a traumatic event for our officers, for the community, and you know, this is just such a tragic incident.
A third child was found alive inside her home. That child was immediately removed by Child Protective Services. But perhaps the most devastating part of this entire story isn't what happened in that field.
New video of Aaliyah Henderson being booked into the Cuyahoga County Jail for allegedly murdering her daughters, 10-year-old Amor Wilson and 8-year-old Mila Chapman, and burying them in suitcases.
They were princesses. That's what they love. As you'll see today, the colors are purple and pink to signify what they loved as being princesses and being adored that way.
The funeral was held in late March. Purple and pink, the girls' favorite colors, covered every corner of the room. They were princesses, those who knew them said. That's what they loved. On March 20th, 2026, a Cuyahoga County grand jury indicted Aaliyah Henderson on 26 counts, including aggravated murder, and kidnapping. The charges make her eligible for the death penalty. At her arraignment, she pleaded not guilty. Her bond of $2 million was continued. A pretrial hearing was set for April 7th. Cuyahoga County Prosecutor Michael O'Malley released a statement that summed up what every person following this case was already feeling. This tragic case has shocked not just our community, but the world.
Aaliyah Henderson is now facing counts of aggravated murder and 6 counts of kidnapping, among other charges. She's accused of killing her 2 girls and burying them in suitcases on Cleveland's east side. She is currently being held on a $2 million bond. She'll be arraigned in Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court.
This case is ongoing. Justice has not yet been delivered for Amor and Mila. If this story moved you, drop their names in the comments. Amor and Mila deserve to be remembered. Like, subscribe, and we will keep covering this case as it created. Thank you for watching.
Love courtroom drama and real-life justice? Then hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always up to date with our latest videos. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.